Hey, what's up YouTube? TDNRider here, coming at you with a deck profile. This time I will be profiling my Water Mesh deck. The goal of the deck is to stack your graveyard as hard as possible, pretty much get your entire deck in your graveyard, and then rely on your graveyard by summoning some specific cards such as Ronin Toadin, the Fishbark cards, as well as your title, and just OTK your opponent pretty much, and beat them down. Let's get into the deck. As far as I can tell, this deck is more of a fun deck, but it can still be kind of competitive and kind of funny to play. Two Mooling Glacier, just there, you have the control over your graveyard, and yeah, it's really good. Also +1 or -2 for your opponent. And then one Atlantean Dragoon Poseidon, boss monster of the deck, and also level 7. Two titles. This deck also relies on its second effect, like the Foolish Burial, because it just stacks your graveyard. It's really good. 3 copies of Atlantean Dragoons, pretty standard, just searches your deck and it's a beat stick. 3 copies of Stream, also brings out your title. 2 copies of Atlantean Trident, brings out your Poseidon and can be brought out with Deep Sea Diva, so it's really good. 3 copies of Atlantean Marksman. If you have nothing better to do, you can just poke with it and bring out your Dragoons. Or you can just pop your opponent's face down cards. So yeah, 1 Fishbark Archer. This card is not very good, but it's just in there for another summon, and yeah. And 2 Imaruka, I guess that's what it's pronounced. It's a floater and it stacks your grave, so it's pretty good. And as you can see, I'm only running water monsters, so its effect will always trigger. Then 3 copies of Swap Frog. You wanna open up with it. Late game, it's not that good, but 3 copies are still pretty decent actually. Even if you draw it, you have plenty of option to get rid of it. 3 copies of Deep Sea Diva. This pretty much runs the deck. Open up with it is pretty good. You can bring out your Atlantean Trident, or whatever it's called, and then go for a Poseidra, or go for an Atlantean Infantry, summon another Diva, and just go on. So it's options, really. Options is really good with Deep Sea Diva. Then 3 copies of Fishbark Planter. I know you can only use 1 per turn, but 3 is still good. You really wanna have it in your graveyard because it makes plays like Gachi Gachi and Armor Cup alive. So yeah, 3 is enough. You could consider playing 2, but 1 is just not enough. 2 copies of Ronin Toadin. 2 are enough. You don't really want 3. So yeah, 2 Dupe Frogs, just to with the Frog Engine. It's really good. 3 Atlantean Infantry. This is actually a pretty decent card. Lets you normal summon twice, as well as pops a face-up card your opponent controls if it is discarded by a card to activate a water monster effect. And yeah. Then 1 Fishbark Launcher. Also the second tuner. It's not that good, not as good as Diva, but still there. And then 2 copies of Treeborn Frog. And for the X-Rack, here we have Scrap Dragon, Gungnir, Cataster, and Armor for the Synchros. And for the XYZ monsters, here we have 2 copies of Mermal Abyss Gaius. This is just a stun card and it's really good. 2 copies of Phantom Beast playing Dracossack, or Mecha Phantom Beast playing Dracossack. Just there, it's too good of a card. Then 1 Big Eye. You don't wanna have a Big Eye war, because this deck doesn't run traps, and neither the Gors or Tragodia. So yeah, if they can go for game, you're pretty much screwed. Yeah. Then 1 Leviathan Dragon, Daigus the Phoenix, 2 copies of Gachi Gachi, 1 copy of Armor Kappa, in combination with Infantry. Even if detached or not detached, it just pops a card and it's really good. So yeah. And 1 Dark Mist to round up the the monster in the extract. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. If you want some gameplay with it, feel free to hit me up on that. Just comment or like. And yeah, see you guys next time. TDNRider signing out. Subscribe. It's for free.